Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. You're still on Daybreak on Trust TV. We'll be diving right into what we have this morning. Now, the People's Democratic Party, Nigeria's main opposition, is once again in turmoil. And this time, the crisis has deepened dramatically. Now, on Monday, a faction of the party's National Working Committee, loyal to the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Wike, stormed and took control of the PDP National Secretariat in Abuja. Now, the group, led by the embattled National Secretary, Senator Samuel Adamu, announced the suspension of acting National Chairman Adamu and installed former North Central Vice Chairman Alhaji Abdurrahman Muhammad as acting National Chairman. The Demagogue-led leadership, however, insists the action is illegal, accusing the Wike-backed camp of political sabotage. Now, this power tussle comes just days after a federal high court halted the party's national convention scheduled for November 15th in Ibadan, a development many see as further evidence of deep cracks within the PDP. Now, while Wike has denied destroying the party, insisting he's fighting impunity and illegality, loyalists of the Demagogue camp are calling on the PDP board of trustees to step in and rescue what they describe as a party on the brink. So this morning we ask, where does the PDP go from here? Can reconciliation still save Nigeria's oldest opposition party ahead of its planned convention? Now, joining us this morning to unpack these developments is Chief Oladimeji Fabiyi, a PDP Chieftain and a party stakeholder. Thank you for joining us this morning on the Daybreak.
I'm happy to be here again.
Good. All right, great. So let us look at this, especially at this particular point, this crisis that we're getting. The question is, how did the alleged clash between the acting and national chairman and the suspended national secretary escalate into parallel power structures? And what does this reveal about the party's internal checks and balances? We know that to some extent, PDP's leadership has a crisis that stemmed from the absence of clear succession and, power sharing framework after the 2023 general election. So where did this particular debacle stem from?
Okay, thank you very much, and good morning, viewers. Okay, let me start by saying that the crisis in PDP, has been a combination of, of crises that came a long time ago, not just now. It took his background. It took his background from when there was initial shake in the party in 2015, when some party members felt that President Goodluck Jonathan shouldn't have, contested. That brought about the first major friction in the party. And then, for me, I felt, okay, the party as big as PDP should have been able to manage that. Yes, it has had its own share of crisis here and there, and they've been able to come back. But unfortunately, from that time, it has been difficult. What we're witnessing today is that those who have, put the party into more controversies are now the one making noise today, shouting today. Then now to your question. You see, when your intentions are not genuine, when your intentions are not pure, you think you are getting it right, but indirectly you are making huge blunder, and at the end of the case, not taking, you are going to be the biggest loser for it. The national secretary and national chairman were at some point together in one camp, they were together. They were together in their resolve to satisfy the yearnings, the interest or agenda of a particular person. And today is ironic that these guys are no more together. You see the national secretary, you see the acting national chairman, now national chairman Bagudu, going their different ways because of interest. Because it's just about them, it's not about the people. That is everything that we are seeing in PDP today. Let me take you back to 2017. The former Minister of FCT has strong grip on the party that was just tossing leadership around. Then Atiku emergence came and brought a kind of, stability, a kind of electoral viability and order back to the party when he emerged as a candidate of the party. And you can imagine if Atiku had not emerged that time, all those PDP governors would have flatly lost their election. So he came in and brought this stability back to the party. But look at what is happening now. They don't want him. Then he steps aside. Then the Buccaneers have come talking, all the centrifugal forces have come back now, and that's what is going on.
Mr. Fabiyi, given repeated leadership tussles since 2015, as you just mentioned, has the PDP institutionalized factionalism as a mode of operation at this point, and where every electoral cycle produces a new power block rather than a unified front?
Nobody institutionalizes faction. It just comes because of the greed of some people, if you say...
But then has this become the order of the day now in PDP?
Well, I wouldn't say it has become the order, but it just happened because we have guys who are not part of the ideals and principles, the value, the vision the party represents. They were not there. I've said it here before. They were not there. So it's easy for them to say, we will scatter it if it doesn't go our way, and that's exactly what these guys are doing. Now, the leaders of each of the factions, at one point or the other, were together in destroying the PDP. So what has changed? Because as far as I can remember, Wike, Governor Sheyi Makinde, Bala Mohammed, all of them were together fighting because fighting a man that never fought them, that never planned or prepared to fight them. They were all together, and they brought the party to its knees to where it is now. So now the faction has been created. One thing that is very interesting is that it is clear that if a particular faction is working for Mr. President, which you and I know, everybody knows, the Wike faction is working for Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. It's everywhere, he said it. So anybody who is in line, is in bed with him, are definitely working for that. So we're waiting for where the other faction now, who they were aligned with, because they can't win election alone. If they bring out, if any candidate they bring out as presidential candidate is just going to waste his time. Neither can Wike's faction win election alone. So there must be an alliances. So we are waiting for what is going to happen. But we know certainly where a particular faction is. So we are waiting for the other faction to tell us where the alliances will be.
So looking and talking about the faction in the PDP, we have seen a lot. We have heard a lot. We even know, the tag teaming of politicians in the PDP. Wike versus Atiku, this versus this. No need to go down and start calling names. But then yesterday, according to reports, we saw what happened at the secretariat here in Abuja, where thugs invaded the secretariat. What really prompted that action yesterday?
It is expected. I was in one of your sister's stations yesterday, and I said it. I said, in the next couple, and I was surprised that since Friday, or since immediately after, since the announcement of suspension, you have suspender and suspendee, suspending suspender, and all that. Well, the moment you have it come to the public, I said I was surprised that Minister Wike has not mobilized police to the PDP National Secretariat, because I knew that would be the first thing to do, because they believe that is a symbol of having control of the party. So it's expected. So I don't know what the other factions are going to do now. Maybe they'll move to their other office, Legacy House or somewhere, to go and be doing their meetings and all that. But it does not mean that, for me, it does not mean that, you are in control of the party. You can take over the Secretariat. Right now, which of these factions did INEC recognize or recognizes? That would play a key role. But what I'm sure as of today, INEC still recognizes Damagun and whoever. But they're now split into two. My pain is this, for those of us who have been with the party for quite a long time, who understood the trajectory of this party, it's painful the way this party is going down the drain because of the greedy, few, because of their own ambition and their own agenda to make sure that whatever they want, survives. I was here, but your other program in the evening, and I said, that was about 2 or 3 months ago. I said, the way I saw PDP is on supersonic speed to self-destruct. And that's the point we hear now.
All right, Mr. Fabiyi, at this point, would you agree with the statement that President Bola Tinubu made that the PDP is a sinking ship at this point?
See, let me tell you something. There's this adage in Yoruba, I don't know whether it's Tinubu or every other place, that if the walls are not open, lizard cannot enter. This thing is PDP problem is self-inflicted. Because there was no reason for all of this crisis. One, you fail in playing your opposition role, then of course, there is, in any organization, and even in family, we have differences. So the moment we allow that differences to shake the foundation of our being, then that's where the problem is. In politics, there will always be crisis. But when you have it, your ability to manage it and rise above it, that's what makes you the real party that you call yourself.
Now, do you think that part of the problems of the PDP is consistently struggling to enforce its own constitutional procedures, particularly regarding, congresses, zoning, and disciplinary actions as well?
See, just like we have in Nigeria, we have the best of laws. The constitution of the party is very clear. But when you have people who are bent on manipulating the system to suit what they want, that's exactly what is happening to PDP. Even in Nigeria today, there are times that the government will only follow the section of the constitution that they can even the interpretation will be what suits them. That's exactly what happened in PDP. We shouldn't have been in the first instance. PDP has very good constitution that is enough to accommodate everybody and let us have smooth administration of the party. Now, this Congress is because some people want to control the structure. They started creating problem, and no thanks to Damagun-led NWC. Damagun, Hanyaun, the National Organizing Secretary, led the party to, and posterity will judge them for what they have done to PDP. These three people, because of their own selfish interest, because of what did Awolowo call it, because of material gains.
So with these self-inflicted issues that the people you have mentioned have created in the party, it is clear, or it is safe to say, that most of the politicians who defected from the PDP to the APC and other parties were looking for, a stable platform for them to be able to achieve their political gain. But then we've heard from the governor of Enugu, Peter Mba, when he defected to the APC, where he said that the APC aligns with his ideas and values. And he also said that the PDP was not giving, the Southeast the visibility and, the attention that it's needed. Now, I want to ask one very big question on the lips of Nigerians this morning. Do you think that the PDP is ready to get a strong candidate for the 2027 elections? I know I have asked you this question in our other, the other time, but at this point now, with the whole court issues, the rancors and what have you, the faction and
the back and forth
suspension, do you think that the PDP, because 2025 is almost over, it's over, and then when we go into 2026, it's going to be, full force for campaigns. Do you think the PDP is ready? Because Nigerians are worried. We need a strong opposition.
Let me tell you something.
And who might be the viable opposition?
You have answered the question yourself. How can a party in this state, the state the PDP is now, how can the party, throw up a candidate? See, PDP will end up not having candidates from national to state to everywhere.
So you mean Nigerians should just remove their minds from the PDP?
Just listen, please. And I'll tell you why it's not going to happen. You just said it. How can you go to court? How can you be in court, faction going to court? This thing is unending. That you now want to. I pity those who are still looking at PDP as a viable platform for them to contest in 2027. I don't know of 2031 when they wake up from their numbers and reorganize. But for 2027, I have not seen it. The way it's going, because it happened in my state in 2019. The government candidate of my state could not contest election. He has to go and form alliance with the opposition because they were in court. So, who will now go? See,
so you're saying it is not sustainable for a political party to resolve its internal conflicts in courts?
No, you see, it's only when people are genuine about what in their dealings. These guys are not genuine. It's just for them. That's what I'm saying. Let me tell you something. How did all of these things start? It started from the fact that no article must not be on the ballot, must not pick the ticket of the PDP. That was all of this started from. You saw them ganging up immediately after working against him, working against the party. 2023, they moved to the next level. It must not be the candidate of the PDP in 2027. That was the initial. That was the first plan. So an article saw that and he said, guys, this thing you are going to, but he saw what they couldn't see. What his contemporaries could not see. and he said, come, whether I'm running or not, let's build this party, let's lead the opposition. That's that. When Atiku left that, when he stepped aside, the next thing is PDP must not even have a candidate. That is the agenda of Wike faction. So how are you going to run it? So let's see if Wike faction will throw up a candidate, or let's see whether Sheyi Makinde and Bala Mohammed faction will throw up a candidate, and let's see how they're going to win. So it's not going to happen. For me, if I want to run an election in 2027, I won't run under PDP. It's my party, I won't. Because it's a waste of time. It's going to be a waste of energy, waste of resources with the present state of that party. And we have to be honest with ourselves. I won't be on national television and be robbing some people's ego and be patronizing some people that didn't mean well for this party. Both factions are culpable. Both groups brought the party where it is now, because most of those dramatic personnel were responsible for where the state of the party now. What Atiku was simply saying was that it's a democracy. Free, fair contest. Credible. Go to the field. Defeat me. Defeat whoever. And let's move on. This is what they couldn't, because they have an agenda to support. So, as far as I know, the hypocrites that brought them together has scattered them. And it will continue to scatter them.
So now, are you saying that, or are you cementing the fact that Nigerians at the point that Atiku Abubakar defected or left the PDP to the ADC, saying that...
He hasn't gone to ADC yet.
Okay.
Just wait till he declares that he's
okay, fine and good.
He has resigned from PDP.
That is the trail that we're seeing.
So they've always said it was the problem. Now he has resigned. Just hold on, please. So that he has resigned from PDP. Why is the problem still persistent? So is Atiku still the problem? That's to tell that these guys are never real. They don't mean well. Atiku. So Atiku steps aside. And the problem is even more bigger now. These centrifugal forces are now crying, woos and cry. They're now crying. They are the one that created this problem. So they should fix it. And we're waiting to see how they can fix it.
So now with the zoning going to the south at this point.
Which zoning? PDP zoning.
PDP zoning, yes. Going to the south at this point, do you think that any credible candidate can be brought out of the south?
Let them bring it out. It's not for me to say. Let them bring it out.
So you're part of the PDP at this point?
I'm not involved. See, the convention. When they were planning the convention, I was just laughing. I said, with Wike, convention will hold. It's not going to hold. Because we saw this thing a long time ago, that this guy will use instrumentality, his closeness to the president, to the APC leadership, to the president, and he's always bragging he controls the judiciary. He was going to use it, and we saw everybody knows the position of judiciary these days. This is not the kind of judiciary we dreamt of. I was not too small in 2007, when Atiku was having constitutional issue with the former president of Obasanjo. He didn't go to it to go and see any judge. Supreme Court stood and made landmark judgment today that has deepened our democracy. Without a single bribe, without a single prompting, they look at the laws and they gave the judgment. Atiku won almost 19 times. All the cases he took to court. Where were the justices of those times? Where were the judiciary? Where was the judiciary of that time? We don't have such judiciary in Nigeria again. Judiciary is part of our political problem. And they are killing the democracy. Now,
with all of this happening, seeing both sides have been suspending each other, Damagu's group suspending the national secretary and the other faction suspended, yes. Damagu.
Back and forth.
Can we say there is still a functional leadership structure right now in the PDP?
Where? My dear sister, how?
I like that look.
Where? How? Functional leadership where? With this state of the party, we haven't seen. You guys are going to have a lot to report about PDP in the next couple of days. A lot. They have taken over the secretariat. The other people will react now. Because it will get to a point that nobody wants to go to court again because they know you may not be able to get judgment in court. Now, the other group are feeling like that now because they were crying when the judgment. Because, you see, the nail on the coffin of PDP was the day that judgment was given, that the convention cannot hold. That was when they nailed the coffin of PDP. You will see.
All right, now, if the PDP continues to present itself as a divided and self-serving entity, what moral authorities does it have to criticize the ruling party's governance failure?
This is the same thing we're saying, all right? But one thing I know is that, I've said it, I don't know whether it was here, See, what killed, what destroyed First Republic is exactly what is happening now. During the MPC days, exactly what destroyed that republic. Second Republic, during the MPNUN days, exactly what is happening now was what happened then that destroyed that republic. When PDP just yesterday came and wanted to take over the entire country from 19 states to 23 to 29, I said, this is going to create problem. APC will not be an exception, and not even this age of social media, lot of communication channels where information travel very fast. People are more aware. Look at our Gen Z today. They don't have the kind of patience we had in those days. They don't have it. They will look at me in the face and say, we can't take this, and that's exactly what's going to happen. So for me, I don't know how PDP is going to come out of this. It's a pity, and that's why I always want to advise the only party I see as a viable alternative now, which is the ADC, to up their game and take advantage of what is going on now and work for the people. APC is not an option. They have failed the country. They have failed us. But ADC has an opportunity to tell Nigerians that with them, and they must act through to it. They must not allow ambition to divide them.
All right, quickly.
They must stand with the people. They must work for the people. They have the opportunity to do that. And this is a direct message to all the leadership of ADC. They must provide that alternative, better alternative for Nigerians who wants to serve the people. You can't serve people under PDP or APC anymore.
All right, Mr. Fabiyi, quickly before we go in a few seconds, in an ideal political space for the PDP, how do you think they should tackle these particular issues that are going on so that they can be able to at least be viable for running the 2027 elections?
Okay, maybe I should put it this way. Look at the people that are in this circle, because that's the first. That's the where you should pick it up first. What are these people? What are they doing? What do they want to do? What do they want to achieve? I don't see end in sight, because you have a faction on one hand that have made it abundantly clear that no matter what, I am for this person. I am for the president. And he has his own followers too, who believe in that they should be for the president. Are they going to reverse that to kind of make up with this other one? And on this other side, you have people that equally have ambition. They want to run. One of them, two of them want to run for president. Or better still, carry that structure to go and negotiate with whoever they want to negotiate with and be part of it. So the agenda, the intention, the purpose is very clear. So I don't see an end in sight. I don't see how this can relate anymore. Even if they come together, they will never be honest with you. They will never trust each other. So it's still deja vu. You still go back to that zero level.
All right. All right, thank you very much, Chief Oladimeji Fabiyi, for being here and, shedding so much light on PDP as a chieftain and a party stakeholder as well.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for
happy
coming.
to be here again.
Absolutely.
Thank you for the time.
All right, that is all we have for this segment. We'll be going on a quick break. When we come back, we'll be looking at the front pages of our national dailies and see what made it there. We'll be right back.